I don't think that's going to happen again.
And he turned it around in the next matchup that they had.
Very important kill. If they're going to stand a chance, they have to find it, which they will. Retake has to begin right now, but Frozen, such a great position. He's done so much damage here. Headshots are plenty. They have no idea. They're not even looking at him, Matt.
That's very impressive. Tabson tapping. mousesports with the round. No way he gets back into it at this point. He might want to just save the armor. He'll back away. Kills with the USB. That'll do two. He'll get ROPZ. WOXIC gets him. Waiting with the deagle. Yes, sir. Finds Frozen. He was low HP. Thought he was going to react faster to Kerrigan. I think Lagia hears where the information came from. But now the information is to respond by taking the A site by force. The front, the cave.
Planted now, starting to struggle. Frozen. Thanks to mousesports were very effective in those close range positions, and they'll keep 0 all day long. I think they've looked so impressive since that initial best of 1.
And that was when they lost to BiG.
Yeah.
It was 16-14. They had a bit of a comeback late. They had a really poor start. You mentioned WOXIC.
Absolutely so. WOXIC is burning though. Oh, it must have been blind. He'll help himself to a kill. Next that is, but it's traded out very quickly.
Smoke. So they have the position still, and the flashback.
Frozen, he's actually managed to do it. 4 versus 2 now, but still a lot of work to do. ROPZ defending the bomb, gets the first headshot. 3 versus 1 for Chris J. Diffuse coming in with no kits in, man. Chris J, he actually had a say in this one. The diffuse will come in again, just hoping
a little more. It looked like he was still on the ground when we first snapped to him, so that's going to happen. And it's going to work. Chris will get taken down. You can throw that smoke slightly deeper on top of the stairs, but a lot of players.
CTC be careful as ROPZ starts to dismantle them. That's a great shot, even better from Next now as Kerrigan, he's dropped, and now it's up to WOXIC. Got to stay alive at this stage. All he has to do, that's going to be round victory because you don't need to peek now. You know he's off the bomb. They make their way in, so he'll be the one catching them in the back. But it might not be there because there's a couple of kills coming in for BiG. Make it 3. Next looking very strong here in the B bomb site. Tabson should be able to get this kill, no problem. There it is, and that is going to be round. So ROPZ was going for the big backstab play. He was hoping the bomb would be planted, and he's running out of time. There it is. Final kill set up for a fast approach here. Lagia goes down, and they're going to pounce on that connector. It's got to be to go down to the hands of Kerrigan.
It's only going to knock them back down to 2,900 on the bonus, and the unfortunate part is they just can't convert multiple rounds.
The maximum loss bonus, Kerrigan, some fancy footwork out of the apartments there, and it looks like this is a good round for BiG, actually. They've done damage to Chris J, got a good setup here, and it's a 5 versus 3. Surely this one goes in favor of the Germans.
Frozen's waiting to wrap around. ROPZ already has. He's got in the front side of the window, Lagia with nowhere to hide. Go right. You're out in front of ROPZ where he passed away anyway, and if you go left, you go to the bench where Frozen already was. WOXIC's waiting for the flank. Tizian's down. They've gotten 2 kills in this, and that almost seems surprising.
Of the Palace area, Flash does go in, and they're going to try and spread out frags. They're doing much better than that, Matt. Couple of kills coming forward, and Kerrigan at the steps position. Looks like he's good for 1 frag at least. Oh, but he's completely flashed. He's done damage. Good for 1.5 kills. Also shotgun at that range. It's ambitious.
Well, it's ROPZ to close it out.
Deployed towards the window. And Chris J detects movement towards the underpass.
He's got to back off. 2 HP. Frozen's got less than that. Tizian's going to overwhelm them. They've got the B site. Rotation's in effect, but man, oh man, with Kerrigan so low, he does well to find 1. ROPZ to find 4. He's got 2. Is he aware that there's a second on the flank, though? I'm not sure. Get through that doorway, and he might not have to worry about it just yet. As he backs up, it becomes apparent, but it doesn't even matter. It's Lagia down. He's got 3 from 4, and he's looking for Gobby at range. What do you reckon? So far, it's just a very passive stance.
Touchdown.
On A site. That's the best way. ROPZ with an aid.
So 18 rounds played. I think he's got 25 frags now. This is 2. It looks like Kerrigan's good for another more. Make it all 3. 16-2.
And he might be able to catch them crossing over to the site. Good position with the pillar. They won't quite be able to see him from the hole in the wall, but when they get out, they do spot him. If I'm not mistaken, it was certainly on day 1. Gobby takes down Chris about halfway down. He's on 63 HP, and he's to the left in the graveyard. Good position to be in because they can bait off of that, and that's exactly what they do.
Well, there it is.
So Chris has the information. And they actually don't even have to contend with Chris. He rotated off early.
Ooh.
He expected that they were going on A once they were found as deep as the pit, but he got the bomb down. 21 seconds, and Frozen has Tabson. This looks done. Next.
They felt that there was lots of opportunities to get those tags in.
Molotov to the pit will be the first action of contact with 24 seconds on the A site. WOXIC's already got him just waiting. He's got Tabson as well. Shooting gallery for him, really, with the HP.
Oh my goodness, he might get a double kill here with the Molotov.
There. but he has been spotted. Now, it was Next that went down. First, Tizian actually slid out to find Chris J. Frozen elects not to play at the gap in the smoke, instead in front of it, and that pays off, because as they push through, Tizian falls. Tamsin's next, spots the flash and is ready for it. Looking away as his teammate in rotation, WOXIC, was the one to throw it. Got another, and the bomb's inside of the smoke. What is that?
He'll be trying to beat the utility, but he does that. But oh my goodness, that is what we've been looking for from WOXIC on Inferno. 2 amazing shots there, and he might be on for a wild spray there. No damage done, but he certainly receives some. The nade will follow it up, and Tamsin. This is looking good now. He's got an opportunity, but Carrigan's got a really nice position. You wouldn't necessarily anticipate this, and he spotted the feet there of Tamsin. That M4 silence now with 25 bullets. That's exactly what he needs. And so he's at the analyst, so I guess really required. But Carrigan, he is absolutely toying with them right now. He's got another kill on his plate. Kind of fumbles it somewhat, but that nade might be able to finish him off. Not quite. Frustrating, but they know Tizian's there.
Good shot from Tabs to at least get Carrigan. That gives them some footing. But look at Lakia. He's gone around behind them. Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
I put them there myself.
Well, Frozen, he's getting some as well. That's another headshot for him, and Gasson gets to this stage. That is offering themselves up. It is eco, to be fair, but at the same time, not a single kill found. It looks like it's all coming together, and it's just such a step back. It's gutting for them. But ROPZ continues that assault down towards middle, but
Henry.
Hey man, I'm here to analyze. That's what I do.
They are pushing, rather. Well, you should.
Why?
I don't know, just because. He's only died twice. He doesn't look like he wants to die this round either. Maybe it's not better, Henry. Maybe you were right. They didn't have to work for them, and now that the work has arrived, they're just calling in sick. Which is probably what Trace does.
In the pit, Next is there. Bomb is down, but Tapson has to go in the 1 versus 1 now.
It's got an off, though. Does he? Okay, yep. No problem.
Yeah.
Looks perfectly at him. That's so when the action gets aggressive over at the apartments, he could easily pop out and support Carrigan, which he's now going to have to do because ROPZ is gone. Chris will take the initiative to sneak in behind. He finds one immediately.
He might actually save the day here. That incendiary is really good. It's going to funnel them towards the site, but Next will take him down. It's up to Carrigan now to find a couple of kills. He's going to need them. Chris J pushes the smoke, needs this, and the bomb goes down. He's running out of time, though. Picks up the AWP. Had to be the no-scope, and Frozen one. Somehow didn't get the kill, but the HE will definitely kill him. That's going to be a kill. And now it's up to GOB against Frozen, who has looked electrifying today, but GOB, that's a really...
For mousesports, by the way. Money has finally reached that point. May not be if they win, though, because Carrigan finds 2 at the wall. Flash around the corner, perhaps. ROPZ, he's inside of the stairwell, so that's a fine position to be in.
He's going to get all 3, yeah. Well, Frozen will be there first. Such a prime position. He gets none.
That's who you meant Frozen.
Yeah, exactly. And it looked like ROPZ was the aggro. Frozen was going to take. He was going to take all 3. But still, it's a really strong round for mousesports. Doesn't matter who gets the frags in the end. I say that because mousesports' aggression on the CT side right now, it's just not as common, and there's making the rounds go by very quickly.
Library. Push back out with a flash. They didn't see that coming. Frozen, and he spotted him. He got back out the tree. Tapson wasn't ready for the repeat. That was well sorted.
Yeah, he's looked very good today. Big fan of his play. 3 players remaining. GOB not going down without a fight. Lagia and his Deagle have managed to get out of the apartments here, but it hasn't done much for them. All 3 players on this side. ROPZ waits patiently in the pit. First kill is his. Chris J looking to finish things off in style, and GOB's got no chance here. It's going to be 11.
Again, Frozen first, and there is a...
no city spawn smoke.
Well, there's a water smoke. Let's see if they can use that to get up over top of the wall. It seemingly doesn't even matter. WOXIC finds 2. Tizian's the only one to get a kill and respond.
I've seen it land there before, but I love it still. It worked out. And they're bringing this back, though. It's up to ROPZ with the backstab, and if you've got no backup here, it's going to be checked, and down he goes. If you're going to play that spot, Matt, you need someone with the barrels. Otherwise, him going down next can save this, though. Oh, my goodness, maybe not. Drive by.
Tapson just tapping over toward the coffins. GOB's already got WOXIC down. It's a better situation than it was a moment ago. Tapson to follow it up. It's only just Frozen left, but he's got the spray. This guy does not die. Next with the shotgun. Trying to do it again, gets through the smoke, gets one, gets away, and there's another on the other side. He could be an element of surprise in this round, but ROPZ is up to it and finds GOB Frozen.
Okay, so that's what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, there's a lot of chickens on biome, and they spawn very quickly. So you can leave the room, come back in, grab more chickens, leave again, come back in, and eventually you just have a train of chickens. It's great.
That's fantastic. Wow.
And they would have probably gotten me more rounds than Big did.
Speaking of fantastic, it is going to be mousesports looking very, very strong. It's a difficult game to really dissect because yesterday BiG looked so good individually, it kind of made them look better than they maybe were. You can see how underprepared they are on a quiet day when they're not fragging as hard.